Yay. Hi, everybody. I'm Angela, one of the Living Well Now leadership team members, and I'm super excited to invite you into my kitchen tonight for an elderberry syrup workshop. I am gathered with a few of my favorite friends and some brand new friends as well. Thanks, Shelly, for being our videographer tonight. But I first learned about elderberry syrup a couple of years ago, and it sounded super complicated and gross, and I didn't think it was something I could make. So I just kind of chalked it up as something for somebody else. Well, then I started seeing people giving workshops, and I learned about how to make it. So I tried it myself in my Instant Pot with a recipe from my friend Tracy, and this is my jar from a month ago. So elderberry syrup, once you've made it, will last for up to 30 to 60 days. They say it needs to be refrigerated, but you can see we've really gone through it here. The recommendation is to have a tablespoon every single day to just help support your immune system. Now this one we're calling it the syrup, or the super syrup, because we've also added Ningxia wolfberries to it. So a lot of you already know the benefits to Ningxia Red, and the reasons that we use that product in our home is to help support our immune system, give us good energy, just more clarity of mind, that kind of thing. And so by adding the wolfberries directly into the Instant Pot with the dried elderberries, we actually create an opportunity to bring all of that immune support into one syrup. So I'm going to follow a different recipe tonight. This one comes from Lindsay Gramont, who is the creator of HomemadeMommy.net. So you can find this as well. We're going to double the recipe tonight in the Instant Pot because we're going to yield 6 cups. Eventually our goal is to put it into these little jars without spilling it, okay? So good luck. I think we've got a funnel for that. We've got several funnels for that. So the first thing that it calls for is a half a cup of elderberries. I already measured out a cup. Like I said, we're going to do a double recipe. So a cup of elderberries and a cup of the wolfberries are going to go into the Instant Pot. Now, the wolfberries went out of stock on Cyber Monday, right? Didn't they disappear from the bundles? So I don't know if they're back from Young Living, but these are awesome. Hi, welcome. We're in a live video, and I'm meeting people for the very first time. It's good.
I've actually done yoga with you before.
Oh, great. Sure you have.
With your sister-in-law.
We're old friends. We're old friends. I promised that I would go live on the Living Well Now page tonight, but I forgot to figure it out with all of you. So thanks for letting me do this both in. You can always interrupt and ask questions too. You don't have to just be like a quiet audience. Okay. So wolfberries next. I'm putting a cup of those as well. And then it calls for 4 cups of filtered water. So I'm going to put in 8 cups of filtered water because our purpose is to plump up the berries, take out the puree, and use it for our elderberry syrup, super syrup. This is only, I think in cooking shows where they already have it measured. I didn't do that. So I'm going to step behind you. This is my filtered water. We're going to get 4 cups out of this to start with, and then we're going to get another 4 cups. It's going to be great, and this is super exciting. Tell me what you guys know about elderberry while I'm doing this. What do you already know? What do you know from your research? What do you know from have you used it before? Have you bought it before?
Great immune support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, elderberry is one of those things that you can talk about cold and flu support even.
Yep.
And so we've been really ramping it up. I've actually been mixing it with my kids' Ningxia Red and making them take it like a shot just to help with a little extra immune boost this week.
Yep.
As well. What else? Have you guys bought it before? Have you tasted it before?
I bought them in gummies before.
Gummies, yes.
For my little guy.
Aw, how old is he?
4.
4. Yeah, and the gummies are super easy to make as well. You can take actually take the recipe that we're going to use tonight and add, there's some other, obviously, ingredients that you add, like animal-free gelatin, things like that, to make them into gummies. But I was looking that recipe up as well. Very similar to what we're doing. We're not going to add the essential oils into this first mixture, though. One of the things to know about essential oils is you don't want to heat them because they'll lose some of their potency. So it's always better to add essential oils after the fact rather than cook with them. So sometimes, my excited dog, sometimes people will say that they put essential oils on their stove to create a smell in the house. And that's great, but they're not going to have the same impact as if you were using your cold mist diffuser or if you were just putting them on topically directly as well.
So Jessica's watching live and is asking if we will be sharing the recipe.
I will totally share the recipe. Absolutely. I actually printed off these really beautiful recipe cards from my friend Erica Thomas, who has an Etsy shop. And so this is a great way for people to support her and also get to print out cute little labels and things like that. Because as you can see, I didn't print them for my own elderberry syrup. And I just hope everybody in my house knows what's in this jar, instead of like, what Mom make again, is this old, whatever. Okay. Now we're also, so this says to add wolfberries, elderberries, and water to the Instant Pot. And then we're going to do a manual timer on this for 7 minutes. Again, this would be one of the things that I should have done ahead of time, like had the lid over by the Instant Pot. Also having had plugged it in. We actually made ribs in the Instant Pot last night for the very first time. Do you guys have Instant Pots?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this like your magic trick too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do with the cord? Oh, you know what? Check this out.
Oh.
Where is it?
Uh-oh.
People.
Isn't there a cord?
This is a cord to the this.
Uh-oh. Jerry's watching. Jerry, do you know where the cord is to the Instant Pot?
It's not in
Is
the
that it?
elderberries.
That's right there. Oh.
We got it. We got it.
We found it! If everything else goes well tonight, this will be awesome. No pressure. I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes people think you have to be an expert to use essential oils and do all the things. I'm just showing you can be a regular person and lose your cord.
So Carrie's asking what elderberry syrup is good for. We already talked about being an immune booster. I've also read that it's good for congestion. Like it helps decrease mucus buildup and secretion.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
That's been something that's happened here. It's funny because I have teenagers. So my 4-year, when they were 4, they gladly went along with Mom's antics, right? Like health ideas, not antics. Now they get to decide what they love and what they don't love. And so it really is kind of a barter. Like, hey, you can have a Rice Krispie treat and all the things in the pantry if you'll just drink this one tiny little thing of, good for you stuff. Even if I made them into gummies, I'd probably still have to beg them. So I get it. And, my immune system, Christina, will you grab that box off the table over there? My immune support doesn't come easily. It is negotiated. Yeah, negotiated every little bit. This is the other thing I have to show you. This is our family drug box. Just to be clear, the family drugs. I know. See, it says family drugs. But I changed it up a little bit because it's got the healthy things in it. This ImmuPro tablet is one of our favorite things to take at night because it does have melatonin in it, so it helps reduce people feeling, that jittery that you feel sometimes when you're not feeling well or that inability to sleep. Melatonin's a natural sleep aid. So even for little ones, cut it in half and kind of play with the dosaging of it. But for 13-year-olds, it's perfect. Yeah, a whole tablet.
Good to know.
Or 43-year-olds, also perfect. Okay. While I'm talking about this, I guess I should start this. So I'm going to turn this on to the ceiling mode, and I'm going to put it on for 7 minutes.
Where did you get your elderberries from?
These came from Amazon, and I can put the link of where I got them. Oops, hold on. Off. Manual.
Please do. The last time I looked for them, they were out of stock.
I will share it. Because I just ordered some last night. These are dried elderberries, more, because I thought I was going to be all out after tonight. So I'm going to go down to 7 minutes, and we're going to it'll be a natural release, okay? So they are from Frontier Co-op, and they come in I think this is a 16-ounce bag, so a pound of them, for $22 or something like that. And I've already done a whole batch of this. I doubled it tonight, but I've already done a whole batch and there's plenty. So dried is a good way to do it. I know there's somebody in town who has fresh ones that freezes them, and you could also get them from her. Yeah.
Her sister brought them from Oregon.
Yes.
From Seattle. But anyway,
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Washington, somewhere.
Yeah. So ImmuPros are a go-to at night, as well as Super C Chewable. Not a high content of vitamin C in here. 150 milligrams, and a Super C blend with rose hip and citrus and camu and acerola and things like that, and orange peel oil powder. So this is Super C Chewable. They're like candy to me, so I pop those for immune support.
My boys love them.
They're delish, right? So 2 it like that and an elderberry syrup and go to bed. Thieves hand purifier and Thieves spray. These are invaluable to us in the winter, especially when we're out and about and need to clean something off and we don't want to expose ourselves to the toxic cart wipes at the store. We can use these instead. And then of course Ningxia Red. So this is kind of our immune support wellness box. We're going to continue to let this elderberry syrup cook and enjoy some interactive conversation because we're all really quiet here. But I'm really glad that you jumped on with us live tonight for this video. I hope this has been helpful to you. Just so you know, after this is cooked, the rest of what we're going to do, and I will put this information in, is we're going to strain the liquid, and then we're going to be able to add some honey. So I have some local honey from my friends Connie and Tim, who own Honey Hive Farms just down the road. And we're also going to add our essential oils. And so Lindsay's recipe calls for lemon vitality, orange vitality, thieves vitality, and copaiba vitality. That's all right here. But I also grabbed out nutmeg and clove as well. So we'll add those in just for a little more heat with it. And I think it'll make that's what I have in mind, and it just made a really nice flavor. And the honey is so good, so good. A great part of the elderberry syrup. So hope you enjoyed this quick look at inside how to really do an elderberry syrup workshop. Even when you can't find all your parts, I get by with a little help from my friends. People think I'm joking about that, but it's true. Have a good night, and we'll talk to y'all later.